So, good evening, gentlemen. So, let's start with our current affairs discussion 22nd and 23rd June 2025. Yes, we are late by a day. So, nevertheless, clearing the examination is more important. All right. Yes. Now, United Nation Women. All right, it is not a specialized organ of United Nation. Remember, very very important. All right, this speaks about the gender sensitivity and issues related to women empowerment. Okay, human rights largely towards the vulnerable section, especially women. This it has in its 2025 report. Okay, it refers to what is called rising manosphere. Manosphere is basically a network of, like you have biosphere, all right, like that, a network of online communities that promote narrow and aggressive definition of masculinity. This type of people who promote extreme dislike towards women is called misogynist. Misogynists here. All right, misogynism. Yes, you can definitely use this in the this vocab in your answers, especially in the ethics as well as paper too. Along with false narratives that feminism, gender equality have harmed men's rights. So through social interactions, all right, why women are subordinate, why they cannot survive without men, and why should women be exploited itself, like that of videos, like that of podcasts are promoted. Now they are rooted in anti-feminism. The manosphere weaponizes digital platforms to spread hatredness, sexist ideologies, and reinforce gender bias. Right, this is a new emerging challenge. Now, sir, what are the reasons for this? Largely because of they require some type of social identity, and also in the modern digital sphere there is scope for anonymity. Matlab, no one will know whenever you are posting your views online, okay, in an anonymous manner. And also social media algorithms also, which promote this viral videos, viral, all right, that is social media's biasness. And also some of the famous influencers. Okay, you might quote many influencers. Okay, especially the one who recently he was prosecuted because of his misogynism. All right, that he had so many girlfriends, that he had affair with so many women and they are bodyguards, all right, and they are prostitutes, etc., like that. Many young men follow masculinity influencers who promote regressive gender roles and portray men as victims of feminism. So this is important just for the sake of that there is a public debate that is going on. Apart from this, what are the important initiatives, global initiatives? All right, one thing you should know here: India has enacted what is called the IT rules, IT Digital Media Code Ethics. And the 2021 there is a rules coming under Information Technology Act. All right, under this it requires all the social media operators like Twitter, YouTube, okay, all the social media operators to remove anything which is objectionable content within 24 hours of the complaint. Very 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 important. All right, including WhatsApp also. Then they have to coordinate with the, they have to give sufficient information to the government of India regarding what are the what is the source of the information, etc. And there is a mother act called Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act. Especially in advertisements, they should not promote women in a derogatory manner. Yes, again it was enacted in 1986. This is an old act. All right, then comes what is called Digital Service Act, enacted by EU. Very 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 important. UPSC clear. It keeps on asking about this. Why? Because what European standards, all right, European standards, they enforce the larger companies, that will be reflected in other compliance in other countries as well. Now Digital Service Act. Okay, in Digital Service Act, what are the some of the details we'll be discussing further in this particular discussion itself. All right, and United Nation Population Fund. All right, to population fund, make all space, all spaces safe, is an initiative. This is a old initiative. Okay, but strongly suggested is just remember this one, and this one, and also Digital Shakti. All right, basically digitally empowering the women so that they can remain very safe. All right, how to not how to raise a complaint, how not to become vulnerable. All right, to create a safe environment. This is a initiative by the government of India. So if you can remember this, it's enough. All right, Beijing platform of actions. It's a almost 30 years old. So as such, ऊपर ऊपर से याद रखिए. All right, then comes to okay, then comes to, sir, because of this, what could be the impact? What could be the impact? For example, less safety for women, and it undermines all the efforts towards gender equality, and also, it can cause more type of harm even in workplace. All right, and also in the it can spread even into media, politics, etc. And because of this, there will be reduced participation of women in the public places. Then comes the next most important. Yesterday, last class also we discussed regarding Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz. Just look at where is Strait of Hormuz. All right, Strait of Hormuz. Again, see, it is this width. All right, this width is very narrow, and this has been closed. All right, this has been closed, and almost no, this is just 33 kilometers is the narrowest point. All right, narrowest point is around 33 kilometers, and almost 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this region. Now, what are the countries which are surrounding? That is of importance. That is of importance for the examination. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, what are the countries? So here is Bahrain. Here is Doha, and here is again sorry, not Doha, Qatar. All right, in Qatar, these are basically Arab Emirates. All right, Arab Emirates. See, here is UAE, then is Kuwait. All right, here is the Persian Gulf. So important, what are the countries which are surrounding? Then let's look at what are the other important straits, because straits are like the critical choke points. So see here, there are important straits. Here is the Bering Strait. You don't have to remember all of them. Okay, which are in news, you can focus on that. All right, Bering Strait. This is the strait which is it is through this one that international date line. All right, change in the days. Okay, it's a convention. All right, international date lines passes through Bering Strait, and here red mark. This is the Suez Canal, which is this red marks indicate. Okay, they are human made. All right, Panama Canal. Okay, here also there was recently a drought. Here in Suez Canal, there was recently, one of the ships got misaligned, and there was a block, and because of which all the ships had to take this route. All right, and this was artificially constructed by USA, and this was constructed by, in coordination with France and UK. All right, somewhere in 1860s. All right, it was after opening this one itself, they Britain could colonize the eastern countries. All right, so important for the both prelims as well as mains examination. Yes, for mains examination as well. Now, sir, why did they bomb Iran? We have discussed it earlier. Some of the important sites that we can remember is Natanz, Isfahan, and Fordo. These were largely underground sites located, at almost 80 meters below the ground. That's why America had to use bunker busters to penetrate, and B-2 stealth bomber and Tomahawk missiles. Again, it is of USA. So remember this one. Now, the operation name of the operation is Operation Midnight Hammer. Generally, UPSC will not ask. Okay, which is popularly known. All right, which is popularly known. So you can write in the mains examination. But what is important for us is what could be its impact on India. Remember, in India, 40% of, remember, 80% of India's energy we get satisfied through our imports, and in that 40% of India's oil, because some of them we get from Russia as well. All right, 40% pass through, and also 50% of our natural gas, largely from Qatar. That is our, the CNG, compressed natural gas, which we use in our vehicles, pass through the Strait of Hormuz. And India is also the third largest oil importer. And sir, what are the economic impact? It can weaken our current account deficit. All right, make us more vulnerable. Yes, as discussed in the last class, India has capability to store. All right, but the storage also, it is only for, especially during the war, and only for 15 to 16 days, which becomes very less, and which we are prone to external shocks. All right, yes, now comes the next important thing. This is again an ethical issue. United Kingdom, all right, approved what is called terminally ill adults end of life bill. Again, typical prelims में पूछ सकते हैं. All right. Basically, if you are above age of 18, if you have less than 6 months to live, yes, you can go for assisted death. You can go for assisted death. It is similar to euthanasia. It is similar to euthanasia. All right. But the here the problem comes is the ethical dimension. Do we have right to die? All right, right to end our life, because we are did not give life to ourselves, one thing, and state is recognizing it. That would be a ethical issue, largely because people with disabilities who are having a lot of social pressures, all right, they might be compelled to opt this. And also there can be vested interest, like people who are going for transplantation, especially the mafias. They can encourage people to die, and they can take their organs, etc. Then and doctors also have a sense of medical ethics. This is the typical case of conflict of interest. All right, one thing, conflict of interest, and crisis of conscience. All right, crisis of conscience. Conscience means your inner voice. All right, so you as a profession, don't want to do, but the law is asking you to do it. All right, but the situation is asking you to do it. Those type of things are a dilemma. All right, so it's a part of medical ethics, very very essential for your general studies mains examination. Then comes a very 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 important. Now China is, see, now India is trying to create a sub-regional, in the sense all the South Asian countries, we need to remain in one, and we have to develop one common political entity. But China is creating sub-regionalism, an alternate regional platform trying to create in the form of a trilateral dialogue between China, Pakistan, Afghanistan. All right, earlier, China, Pakistan, and Bangladesh was also part of this. All right, see, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh held their first trilateral meeting, and this one was the earlier one. China, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Now, in this context, you should be aware that, sir, what are the other sub-regional organizations? Okay, one popular is BIMSTEC. Sir, what is BIMSTEC? It was formed in the year 1997, and India is trying to revive this. It has taken like-minded countries, Bay of Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation. All right, so this is the one. This is the one. Now, see here, what is the importance of BIMSTEC? It accounts for nearly 20, almost 25% of the world's population. So, and all these are like-minded countries. Like-minded countries in the sense we don't have any type of animosity with these countries. All right, and yes, because in the western part we have Pakistan, that India started going away from what is called the SARC. All right, so here Afghanistan, Pakistan, some type of conflicts are happening, and not only that, through this, India can develop its northeast. India can develop its northeast. All right, but the larger picture that we need to see is and one more important thing I should remember is that recently in the year 2025, 2025 में sixth, okay, BIMSTEC summit. Okay, sixth BIMSTEC summit. So remember, it is not held annually. It is not held annually. Typical prelims question. Then let us see some more additional points on this. See, this is a large. So, what are the other areas of cooperation? So they are recognized 7 sectors. Each country which you are good in. All right. See, India, which is sharing border with all these neighboring countries. Okay, it is it is rich in energy. So India is one of the each led by one of the member states. Like that, Bangladesh. It is promoting, focusing on trade, investment, development, etc. So just go through this one again. Are they important? Yes, in the prelims at least it is very important. But you should note here something called string of pearls theory. So what is string of pearls theory? It was a theory by an American scholar in the year 2004 that China is trying to encircle India and weaken India, reduce India's influence in its own neighborhood, so that in future, okay, in future, okay, any type of anti-chain activities will not happen in the especially in the Indian Ocean. Now, how is China doing it? It is constructing a series of commercial as well as, okay, commercial as well as military facilities all throughout India's neighborhood. And remember this string of pearls, okay, uska next edition hai, what is called Belt and Road Initiative. Belt and Road Initiative. All right, it's a related development, and now this has become very important, largely because China is trying to reduce India's influence. So anything which happens affects India's interest. We need to be aware. So what are the important ports which are associated with this one? Just go through this one. See here, Hambantota port. China has acquired it. Then see here, China के लिए earlier the trade used to be through this one. Now China wants to create a trade route along this one. All right. So here is the Krak Tunnel. Yes, you should be aware of it. And these are some of the airfields. These are some of the military facilities. Military facilities. See, here is the Gwadar port, which China has negotiated with Pakistan. All right, and here in the vicinity itself, you can see what is called China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. All right, and believe me, all the Indian neighbors except Bhutan, have associated with you know uh, this particular project because they require money, they require cheap investment from China. All right, they want to focus on their national development, but their national interest is affecting India's national interest. All right, especially in our concerns regarding our security. All right. So this is also termed as parallel regionalism. Parallel regionalism, matlab India wants to create a regional, political entity, legal entity, but China is trying to create an alter one. All right, sir. How good it is for the regional development? That it's all very highly debatable. All right. Then India has launched what is called the Look East policy. Look East policy. All right, it was in the year 1991. All right, then it has been upgraded by the recent governments to what is called Act East policy. Act East policy is to act towards the east, that is the Southeast Asian nations, as well as Eastern Asia, that is South Korea, that is Japan, etc. But and also India's neighborhood first policy launched in the year 2014. Matlab, you neighbors, you are our first priority. We are the which is for your, it is through your economic development. All right, by prioritizing your national interests that we can develop is what one of the fundamental features. So during this, we used to invite all the regional leaders. We used to have more and more trade, okay, more and more conflict resolution, sharing of river water, tourism, etc. But now somewhere this has weakened. All right, because of China's initiatives. Now next comes what is called political financing in India. This is a very important part for the mains examination. So Association for Democratic Reforms, it's a popular NGO, okay, headed by a Padma awardee. All right, he says that see, after every election, every political candidate is supposed to every political winner, all right, be it MPs or MLAs, they have to show their expenses to the election commission. Election commission will cross verify it, and if not, they will be subject to disqualification. This is one thing. Another is the political parties also within 90 days of their coming to power, they have to showcase their expenses. And in India, each MP is supposed to spend 95 lakh rupees for MP election and 40 lakhs for general election, state elections. But it is happening that all these expenses are just on the paper. There are many legal loopholes where often with the help of third party campaigners they have exceeded. So is black money coming into part of elections? All right. What about complaints by the political parties? There is no, and who are the people who are funding the political parties? Is there transparency and accountability? All right. Is there any type of kickbacks? Those who fund more, will they get any type of kickbacks or protection from arrest, etc.? All right. These are what some of the issues which you should discuss. And is there a strong link between more economic power and also more winnability? According to this particular survey, 44% of winning candidates have assets over 5 crores. All right, what is the nexus, and how many people who have, how many MPs who have got elected have charge sheets against them regarding the criminal offenses? All right, now, sir, what are the recommendations? Largely some of the old recommendations itself, just to put a cap on the expenditure of political parties. Remember, political parties as such do not have any cap on expenses. They can spend how much ever they want. But political candidates, if if you are contesting, you as a person, you can spend maximum 95 lakhs. All right, but Your political party spending is it is indefinite. Matlab, they can spend how much ever they want. So many want to have national party status, all right, party status, so that they can spend more. All right, similarly many, because normally political expenses just for campaigning only it will go, but as a you when you are hiring star candidates, when you are hiring aeroplanes, chartered flights, okay, you require more money, right? At that time political parties will give. Now, sir, so let us try to cap on the expenditure of political parties. And what if political fundings? All right, every individual candidate is given 95 rupees into their account, so that the government can, the election commission can, monitor it. And expenditure must be limited to transaction. Whatever is the transaction that are happening through the bank, only that much money has to be spent to check on the black money. So this is some of the reforms, okay, that the both the Supreme Court, both election commission, both law commission, and several reports. One such report is Indrajit Gupta, another is Dinesh Goswami report. All right, yes, important. This is in the context of one state, one election. Also, you can write it. Then comes India is a one of the largest exporter, one of the largest exporter. In that, Karnataka stands top. All right, sir, what are the coffees that we export, and which of them have what is called the GI tag? All right, geographical indication tag. So Arabica coffee, Robusta coffee, Arabica coffees here, largely Arabica and Robusta. All right, and they have received five coffees have received GI tags, and who is giving GI tag? Department for Promotion of Industry and internal trade under Ministry of Commerce. Do not confuse. It is not by Ministry of Agriculture. All right, then apart from this, what is, where is the coffee grown, what is the temperature, etc., just go through this one. You don't have to read this particular document as well, you can go through NCRTs. All right, typical prelims question. Then nanofertilizers. Nanofertilizers are basically made up of nanomaterials. All right, nano liquid urea. And in this here, IFCO is government owned largest cooperative in India. It manufactures fertilizers and it distributes the fertilizers. And for the first time, it has opened overseas fertilizer center. Now, what is this fertilizers? Here, basically, are nutrients that are encapsulated within the nanomaterial, so nano in the sense very very small, 10 power minus 9. All right, now so that at such a nano level the diffusion, all right, the spread of these nutrients will take place very slowly, and hence there will be no wastage. One thing, another is it cannot be misused in industries, because fertilizer as such is being subsidized, and also there is problem of leakage. It goes into manufacture of other gases as well by various industries, cement industries, etc. So in order to avoid that, the government is going for nano urea. All right, so it promotes sustainable farming and it promotes cost effectiveness. Then Subanareka, it's a river which crosses three different states. Very important, very important. Now, sir, it is Jharkhand, West Bengal, and Orissa. All right, here, the issue of flood. I guess it is flood itself. So yes, flood. So it is, the government is trying to take some interventions. Okay, just go through this one. Is a part of mapping. Then now, then is a very important where the scientists have developed an AI-based camera trapped data repository and analysis tool. Basically, no, in especially wildlife enumeration, census, technically, it is done through by camera trapping. Camera trapping. They have attached cameras in different places. Earlier, they used to do using fecal matter. Now they are using the camera trap, and this camera trap, this particular tool, it once after capturing the the snow leopard snapshots, they segregate depending upon the unique identification marks, and it is done using artificial intelligence. All right, so okay, for snow leopards, and again for tigers also we are using what is called yum stripe, where they are like fingerprints. Yum stripes are like a fingerprints of an tiger, so each tiger will have different alignment of their stripes. All right, so accordingly, so you can talk about use of artificial intelligence in wildlife conservation. Then Then is a next most important thing. Yes sir, should I skip this one? Yes, please go confidently, you can skip it. All right, depending upon past year questions. Then comes Digital Markets Act. I had told, we had discussed in the beginning itself. Digital Markets Act, sir, what is it? It is a mother act created by EU to regulate the bigger companies. All right, bigger companies such as Facebook, such as Twitter, such as Google, so that these have large market presence. Let there not be any type of malfunctions or unfair trade practices. For example, if I want to book an aeroplane, book an aircraft to travel from Bombay to Delhi. Now, along with the various services, like you might have heard about mm, uh, uh, some online platforms, okay, like Happy Easy Go, or like Travelway. Now they also offer various incentives. Now Google is also showcasing and offering information. Now Google is also offering payment systems as well. Now why is that Google is doing this one rather than just providing the information? It has to display all the platforms. Why is the Google trying to use Google as a platform, to provide, and is providing its own services or trying to promote its own services? All right, this is what is unfair according to many market experts, and that is why European Union has tried to ask all these gatekeepers not to promote their own apps. Okay, if they are promoting other apps, that's fine, but let they not do it using the platform. All right, then is it important? It is super important. Okay, how to regulate the digital medias, etc. Then comes the last part of our discussion: International Yoga Day. All right, so we are celebrating 11th International Yoga Day. And again, yoga by Maharshi Patanjali. Many say that he was part of Shunga dynasty. Some say that he was part of Chandragupta Maurya. All right, so as such, questions have come from this. But, sir, on June 21st, why do we celebrate? Largely because it is the longest day in the northern hemisphere. All right, Surya Namaskar. And also, UNESCO has given it as an intangible, all right, non touchable, all right, tangible and intangible cultural heritage for humanity. So, again, Kumbh Mela, yoga, and there are Garba dance. All right, these are all intangible cultural heritage. Okay, chalo. We are done with the current affairs part for now. Thank you so much.